Well, I think it just underscores for people that this isn't just a fight in Iraq and in Syria, and that it's not just a fight about dropping bombs on terrorists. It's really how we stop the causes that lead to extremism in a place like Libya. The fact that there's no governance and there's no opportunity for young people, it lets groups like ISIL grow there and flourish there, which is what you saw with this awful situation with these Egyptians that you just mentioned.
Where do I start? Welcome to Gimme 5. This woman, when you hear this whole thing, she's like a sophomore in college who just wrote a term paper on how to stop ISIS. Unfortunately, she speaks for our government. And the reason, by the way, there's no government in Libya is because you overthrew Gaddafi along with the terrorists. Calm down, Steve. We got a long way to go here. Here's more.
But this is a longer fight. It's fighting them on social media. Like you just said, these videos they produce are very technical. They're using social media to get converts to their cause and to spread their hatred all over the world. This week, we're going to have over 60 countries here in Washington to talk about how we combat this violent extremism together in the long term, not just in this short-term fight.
We got to battle them on social media. That's right. We got to battle ISIS on social media. And today, that conference starts. People from 60 countries are going to talk about how to battle ISIS on social media. It gets much worse.
Well, how do we win? How do we stop this? I don't see it. I see the militias from the Shia militias coming out of Baghdad who are all Shia. The Sunnis hate them. The Sunnis are loyal to ISIS rather than going in with the Shia. You've got the Kurds, the Jordanian Air Force, and now the Egyptian Air Force. But I don't see any. If I were ISIS, I wouldn't be afraid right now. I didn't figure there's no existential threat to these people. They can keep finding places where they can hold executions and putting the camera work together, getting their props ready, and killing people for show. And nothing we do right now seems to be directed at stopping this.
That's Chris Matthews. That's Chris Matthews. If you went any further left, you'd fall off the cliff. Here it comes.
Right now, what we're doing is trying to take their leaders and their fighters off the battlefield in Iraq and in Syria. That's really where they flourish.
Are we killing enough of them?
We're killing a lot of them, and we're going to keep killing more of them. So are the Egyptians, so are the Jordanians. They're in this fight with us. But we cannot win this war by killing them. We cannot kill our way out of this war. We need, in the longer term, medium and longer term, to go after the root causes that leads people to join these groups, whether it's lack of opportunity for jobs.
We can't kill our way out of this crisis. We have to go after the root causes. We have to find jobs for the would-be terrorists and the terrorists. We got to get them jobs. We can't kill all the ISIS people. Folks, again, if she were like a, I'm sorry. I look at her and I see a college student or a high school senior with these liberal ideas, just boom, boom, boom. But she's speaking, this is the policy of our government. We can't beat ISIS by killing them. No, we got to find jobs for them. More.
We're not going to be able to stop that in our lifetime or 50 lifetimes. There's always going to be poor people. There's always going to be poor Muslims. And as long as there are poor Muslims, the trumpet's blowing. They'll join. We can't stop that, can we?
We can work with countries around the world to help improve their governance. We can help them build their economy so they can have job opportunities for these people. You're right. There is no easy solution in the long term to preventing and combating violent extremism. But if we can help countries work at the root causes of this, what makes these 17-year-old kids pick up an AK-47 instead of try to start a business? Maybe we can try to chip away at this problem while at the same time going after the threat.
Did I get an A? Now listen to Chris Matthews.
This sounds like we're going to get rid of juvenile delinquency in America over time by erasing poverty, improving education. Sure, over time. But the American people, I think, are getting humiliated morally by this.
And here's one more from Harf.
I think they should know that the United States military is taking direct action in Iraq and in Syria. We're taking their leaders out. We're taking out their financing. We're taking out their training camps. This is a long fight, Chris.
And we're dropping job application leaflets. That's right. We're going to bring them all here and give them jobs. Isn't that wonderful, Chris? Help us.